Crimson_Ricky is first to the stream.
Okay, I think we are about ready. And during the starting soon screen, it looks like John Chris has followed. Thank you for the follow. Uh, Hope you at least enjoy the background noise. Are we getting starting? We are. Just a little bit though. That's my audio. Okay, everything seems fine. Just double checking. Um, so yeah, I hope everyone had a good Christmas, or if not, just I haven't been streaming since last Tuesday. Hope everyone had a good week, at the very least. Um, yeah. So everything seems fine on my end. The laptop and my phone seem fine. I'm gonna swap it over. Crimson, you are indeed first, and I shall hydrate. Also, before we start, I have figured out something. I need to actually make a command for this, a channel point redeem. However, I know it works, and I want to test it out with more people, though. Mass, Avatar, Whale Lord, and let's go, I don't know, 20 seconds. Come on. I know it works. It worked for me before. Yes! Mass Whale Lord! I know the command works. So, yeah, I could just set it for the amount of timer I want. Now I just need to... I need to actually make a command for it. But I know it works. Apparently this is like a default command that's actually available, and I just didn't really realize it. Good to know that we have it available. I just need to actually make a command for it. Anyway, in between streams, I did nothing. So you will not be able to join in-game for 14 this Wednesday. Still out of town this weekend. Do what you have to do, Tyler. Do what you have to do. It's all good. Okay, what do I need to do again? I mean, there's various side quests, but these are Pokemon that I'm still missing. We're still getting audio stuttering. You know what? I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna go and fix that. By the way, Tyler, for Christmas, I ended up getting the manga adaptation of Bram Stoker's Dracula. And then I also ended up reading it all the way through. It's not bad. I enjoyed Dracula. Alright. Yeah, Tatsugiri. Ultimate Techniques. I could try that, but I need more TMs. But if I remember correctly, we are just trying to get research points for... Oh yeah, that's right. We got a Manifest Rayquaza. So it requires us gathering more berries, getting research points. That's basically what we gotta do. Granted, I have not booted this up at all since playing last time. So we gotta do the grind. So I think this is probably mostly gonna be a chill stream. And I gotta make some donuts. You got a Ninja Turtles comic collection for Christmas, so we're kind of in sync in that regard. Right. Molly, what is it? What are you looking for? What Ninja Turtles collection is it? Oh, let's not use these ones. We want... We could do that. And we need berries. We'll just start with the one. Okay. Because I still need some other Pokemon. I mean, I could just go get Mudkip while it's here. Yeah, we'll do that. Volume 2, you already have Volume 1. Nice! And it's the OG Turtles as well, I'm guessing, right? The OG set. Can I have that back? You littered! Why don't you pick it up yourself? Yeah, it's the OG. Nice! Do you happen to know how many volumes of that set there is? On the top of your head? It's like 800 pages. Wow. It's insane. There's 3 sets? That's not that bad. A while back, I was hanging out with a friend. Like, this was a couple months ago. And this was at the same time I got the Pokemon Adventures manga. A friend of mine picked up the original Gundam. It's like I guess it's kind of a reprint sort of thing. Or first time it's being printed here or something. I forget, but it is huge. It is a huge set just for a single volume. And he picked up, I believe, 2 or 3. Which, it's kind of funny because I've seen a little bit of the original Gundam. I actually know a little bit of what happens in that set. I messed that up. But I didn't really get far enough to really know everything. 3 species of Pokemon. No, catch 3 species and 6 species. Got it. We need berries, we need points, we need everything. The OG Mirage one did not last very long, all things considered. Is it because it was just a short story, or did it just not do well to actually get more than that? Yeah, we're gonna be busy. We are going to be busy for a little while. Can you earthquake these? No. Yeah, it's either a short story or it just didn't do well. But then later reprints did well, so that's why I kept going. I don't know. It did great. It's just the Mirage Studios imploded. I see. So, after that, Turtles got bought by a different company. And they continued Turtles ever since. Did IDW buy it, or is that more of a recent thing that IDW got Turtles? Who got Turtles immediately after Mirage went under? Alright, now for the golden Pokeball. Try to pick up everything along the way. Yeah, not many points. If I want to get points, I should really do the mega battles again. Next Turtles was done by Image Comics. Okay. Like in the 90s. Got it. Okay. There we go. Got it. I think next I'll go grab that. Oh, how did I miss that Pokeball? Shit. I'll do... Oh, by the way, not only did I get Bram Stoker's Dracula, I also did get King Lear. That's another Shakespeare one. I still have to read some of the other ones I have. I just never got around to it. Of course, I got a little bit more JoJo, next volume, part 4. So, I did post in Discord that, I got some, I got some games for Christmas, and I basically asked if anyone was interested in wanting me to, play any of them as a first playthrough on stream. And I think really the only response I had so far was, Donkey Kong Bonanza and Yakuza, but more of like, it would be interesting. That was kind of the response. So I don't know if any of you feel that way with some of those games. And on my own time, I've been playing Dragon Quest Monsters Dark Prince, and it's okay. You can kind of tell it's like a budget game of some sort. Because there's a lot of like animation stuff that kind of feels cheap, but with Dragon Quest I know they've done better. It's definitely a budget game. IDW was in 2011. Oh, I see. Yakuza first playthrough stream. Okay, I'll keep that one in mind. It's Kiwami, the remake of the first game. By the way, when it comes to Yakuza, I have personally only played 3 all the way through. And by all the way through, I mean I actually beat the campaign. There's more I can still do in-game. And I started 4. But I didn't get that far in 4. But yeah, I got Kiwami, which, remind me, it is a remake of the very first game on PS2, right? I think I need to get onto the roofs, probably? Remake of the first game. Okay. So it is actually a good starting point. I know people say, oh, you can start with 0, but, I just kind of feel, 1, I don't have 0, and 2, prequels are not meant to be played through first. I currently have not really seen a prequel that has actually been written in a way where it doesn't reference the first game. or the first, whatever takes place after. Where the hell is the gold Pokeball? But yeah, I've really only played through one of the Yakuza games. And it's a lot of fun. Although I hear 3 is actually not that great. So it's funny that that's the one I ended up playing. Listen, it was the Yakuza collection on PlayStation 4 where it comes with 3, 4, and 5. And I believe I got that for like 20 bucks. It's a good deal. At this point, I just want the gold Pokeball. You played Zero first? And it ended up being a bad idea, mainly because it had features first game lacked since it came later. Oh, yeah, I see. I understand what you mean. Yeah, sometimes when you go that route, it becomes, jarring when you're not seeing the evolution of how the game's added things. You know, if we were to use Metal Gear for an example, it's like you start the series with 3, you know, really good game on the PS2, or you play Delta, probably. I think either would work, right? You start with either of those games, then you go to, I think it's Peace Walker, you know, on the PSP, you go to 5, and then you go to MSX, Metal Gear games. Okay, I am not finding the golden Pokeball. I might just head out. Oh, no, I'll go grab that. I'll go grab this. But I'm not finding the golden Pokeball. I'm spending way too much time in here. Unless I memory hold the fact that getting the Pokeball already. Be kind of dumb. So yeah, I'm typically someone that recommends going in release order. Oh, the Pokeballs right there. Yeah, I say go in release order. That way you avoid. That way you see the evolution of how things, you know, how they evolved over time, basically. Going timeline order is a, you know, one of those it's one of those replay things, you know. That's something you do upon replay. When you already know the plot. So yeah, I also did get Unicorn Overlord, and I did throw that in the little list. But, no one really said anything about that one, so I may just play that one on my own time, eventually. Okay, I need to make another donut or two. When Zero first was a goof on your part because you bought the wrong game, and it was like, well, I might as well play it anyways. I mean, look, if you have Zero, you might as well play it. And, like, I hear good things about Zero, so it's not like you played a bad game. It's just that, like, when you then jump to Kiwami, it's gonna be jarring. I might make another donut. Try to get 2. Yeah, we could do this. Yeah, love Zero. Exactly. Like, good game, but, like, jumping to the next one is jarring. Again, prequels are not meant to be played first. They're meant to expand the lore or whatever you're trying to. They're just meant to expand the existing property. That's what they're for. The only time where a prequel can work is if it's so far disconnected from everything that it might as well just be its own thing. Like, we're talking a couple thousand years different, like in the past, and it never references anything of the original, basically. What am I doing? Alright, we may do that. I think I know which one that is, and I could go get it. We may go for points. But if I see Pokemon... Oh, I need that too. Crap, I need like 2. Well, I could go here, grab 2 of those, not even bother with this one, because I would just be able to evolve it, and then use my other donut to go here. I think we'll do that. That's what Knights of the Old Republic does. It's set 4,000 years before any of the movies. Yeah, so it's so far in the distant past that it's not going to reference anything from the movies. So that's where it works out. You don't need to know anything about the movies to play Knights of the Old Republic. By the way, are you doing a second playthrough of that game, or are you, or did you go straight to 2? But yeah, like, I know, like, some of the Tales games, like, Tales of Symphonia is technically, like, 1,000 years, I think, before Tales of Fantasia, the original game. But it, like, barely references anything. I mean, technically, it kind of does one thing at the very end, for what I know. But that's about it. It's still, as far as I can tell, Tales of Symphonia is mostly its own thing. Like, it doesn't really reference Fantasia all that much. And when I say that it does something with the original game, it's because at the end of Symphonia, they make the Yggdrasil tree, and at the very end, I think it was Martel, the goddess Martel, tells Lloyd that you need to come up with a name for this tree, sort of thing. Yeah, you need to come up with a name, and Lloyd's like, oh, I got a perfect name, and that's where the scene ends. It's implied he named the tree, like, Yggdrasil. But that's one of those, oh, the tree is named, you find out that the tree Yggdrasil was something that happened in Fantasia, you know. Well, there it is. Go here. So, like, yes, even Symphonia did something that, did at least one thing that would be part of that, but it's so, like, who cares? That you can still play Symphonia and not play Fantasia at all, and get the same experience. Sparkly items, catch window, floating Pokeballs. Thanks, Garchomp. Gonna start to, at some point, you gotta know how Obsidian handles the story. Right, so you haven't started it yet, though. Thanks, Garchomp. Thanks for that. Busy with Christmas, so I had no chance to get to it yet. You know, I feel that. I feel that. I basically ended up being with family for 4 days in a row. Christmas Eve, get together, Christmas Day, a smaller get together Friday, and then another one Saturday. It's a lot. And when I say smaller get-together Saturday, I mean not all of us were there. Some of us got together, we played a little bit of Catan, played a little Seven Wonders, stuff like that. By the way, Tyler, you know, because I read through Dracula, I was curious on something. So, first of all, I'm kind of disappointed how Dracula just kind of went down like a little bitch. 2 knives and that's it. It's like, oh, it kind of seemed like a better build-up than just he gets struck by 2 knives when he probably could have stopped it. And that's it. I thought there would have had to been something more to that. It almost kind of felt like Bram Stoker just needed to end the story. And just kind of ended it. If that makes sense. I don't know. Again, I don't know how different it is. I'm assuming it's supposed to be accurate. Again, I'm assuming it's supposed to be accurate with the original book. Did I get the golden Pokeball already? No, I didn't. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's accurate. Yeah, okay. Because... So it is interesting that, you know, in the original story, you know, Dracula, you know, vampires are, you know, like, they don't like the cross. You know, they're basically weak to the cross. They are weak to garlic. But I don't know why. They didn't really say anything about why Dracula is repelled by garlic. And to kill him, you do the stake through the heart, right? And then cut off their head afterwards. So it's kind of weird that when they killed Dracula, they just did the 2 knives. I'm assuming the knives went to the throat and the heart, and it did the same thing. If that's the case, then why bother with the stake? It sounds like you could just do... As long as you just cut off the head and hit the heart, and stab the heart, you're good. But yeah, I gotta buy more. We'll hold off on those 2. Solar Blade, yes. And let's go ahead and get... we'll get Frostbite. There we go. Alright, since I need points, let's go ahead. Wait, extra level 100. Okay, good. We'll go here, because I need points. Wish you had the answer about the garlic. Yeah. Battle Royale. So, based on the back of the book, like there was like a creator commentary sort of thing. They mentioned that Bram Stoker's Dracula was not the first vampire novel, but it was the one that made it popular. So it's entirely possible that the whole garlic thing was listed in a different novel, and the explanation is there. I don't know. Okay, I have no clue if I can do this. I am on my own on this one. It's possible I never read the others. Another one that makes sense. Yeah, originally I was wondering, like, what the point of Lucy was. Because she just kind of seemed to exist and then just turned into a vampire. Like, it's like she almost didn't do much. But I think the entire point of Lucy was to show how to kill a vampire. I think that was the entire point of Lucy's character. Because Lucy really didn't do all that much. And that's just a thought. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this just on pure time alone. Damn it. Carmilla was the first vampire one. You know what? I think you're right on that one. Garchomp, get over here! You asshole! Garchomp, you suck. Here. No! Shadow Claw wasn't enough! I think Garchomp's down. I'm not gonna make this. Just due to time alone. Well, that didn't work out. Well, that was a waste of a donut. Good, okay. So, I guess that would give a lot of points if you are able to beat it, but you need to basically make a donut, a really good donut to be able to pull it off. Got it. One that lasts a long time. IDW recently finished up their collected edition, so you're considering working your way through some of those as well. Only Problem is, we ran for ages, so there's a ton of volumes. Might as well get started. You're talking about, when IDW started it in, like, what, 2012 or so? So they collected a bunch of those. We're just gonna go with gathering berries for now. 2011 and it ran up till last year. Oh, so it's completely done. Wow. That's cool. How many volumes do you think there'll be then? Because it recently finished up the collected editions. Okay, so yeah, how many are there then? Is Scuffbot back? I think Scuffbot's back. Hold on. Let me go fix that. Yep. Scuffbot's here. There we go. Let's go ahead and pull this back up. 18 volumes in total. Okay. And they're probably not cheap. What, 30 to 50 bucks each, maybe? Something like that. Somewhere between 30 to 50. Yeah, they're not going to be cheap, but hey, like, it's completed. That's the thing. They are complete. So that is something to work on over time. So you can also go with like the IDW Sonic stuff. Again, the second arc was really good. The freaking metal virus stuff. Oh, okay, so there's Dondozo, which I could go get. Do need. Wimpod I still need. I think that's it. Alright. I'm gonna go here and get Dondozo. It's technically finished, but they did a soft relaunch, not reboot. They're very specific about that. And still running. Wait, so they're still continuing the story? When you say soft relaunch, what does that mean? I understand if it was a reboot, it would have been like a different, you know, different design turtles, you know, start from scratch sort of thing. So that's not it. But what does soft relaunch mean? I don't think I've ever heard that one. It takes place in the same universe, but a completely different story. So it's like a new saga, basically. Yeah, okay, that wasn't good. Oh, it was down there. Never mind. That was on the roof. Because that just kind of sounds like a new saga. Like, I don't know how else you could write it. Catch wild Pokemon, use catch window, destroy floating Pokeballs. Okay, there we go, that part's done. Floating Pokeballs is next. surprised Earthquake didn't get that one. Oh, that's a nice Earthquake. Oh, look, Dondozo. Wait, Tatsugiri? Tatsugiri's here as well. Okay. Where's Tatsugiri? Oh, Dunzo. No capture on that. Oh, Tatsugiri runs away. I see. Man, I can't kick a Dondozo. Maybe it's because there's a bit of different creative team as well. Okay. This time around they got differentiated somehow. Okay, so different, same versions of the turtles. Continuing the plot, so it sounds like a new saga, but it's done by a different set of writers. I think this might just be a way to say, hey, if you don't like it, you can consider it separate. And not a part of the original series, you know? It's kind of like saying how Dragon Ball Super, you know? It's, yeah, it continues Dragon Ball, but it's not done by Toriyama. Not really. So if you don't like it, you could just consider it non-canon. That's probably ultimately what it is. They called it a relaunch, probably specifically for that safety net. I think I missed out on Dondozo. Can't freaking get it to respawn. It's actually starting issue 1 again after the final issue run. Okay, so it has its own issue 1. Well, okay, let's be honest, though. Comics do a bunch of issue 1s anyway to try to drum up hype. So, I don't know if that really says much of anything. Other than they want to just try to sell more books. And that's how they can sell more books. Get in the ball. Damn it. I can't get Dondozo. It's basically saying this is a fresh start. What? Okay, wait a minute. I didn't catch on that. Try this one more time. Come on. I just targeted the right, you know, got the right target. This is my last shot. Damn it. Well, that's that. I think it's... In this case, it makes sense. Basically, they went up to issue 150 of the original. So it's basically saying this is a fresh start. So maybe they just didn't want to have, they didn't want it to go on forever, basically, right? You know, some people get intimidated by the number count, right? So maybe that's part of it. So, I guess the question is, does this new, reissue, does it still reference everything from the original run? Guess so, especially since 150 is technically considered an ending. Again, I think it will really depend on whether or not the next series even references the OG. Well, not OG, but you know what I mean. Very weird and not made clear to all things considered. Yeah, I know. Comics are just kind of dumb that way. I do think that's, like, an American comic problem that just... It's not, like... You see that happen with a lot of American comics. And it just constant reboots, constant, alternate universes, just to make things more... It feels more confusing. Like, we've rebooted Batman, Superman how many times? And each of them have different flavors. Even by comic book standards, this is still weird because it's not made super clear what it is. That's a good point. Because it's still using the same version. What? Oh, I know what that is. Okay. I do need Igglybuff. I know I need points, but at this point, I'm just kind of gathering Pokemon that I'm missing. Again, okay. Since it's the same characters, and it takes place after... It takes place afterwards of the original series, right? I'm gonna make an assumption that it is a continuation. It will reference the original series, but they didn't want people to be intimidated by, you know, seeing Volume 1, you know, they would see Volume 151, right? And they would get intimidated. They didn't want that to happen. But if that's the case, I would think it just causes more confusion. Someone's gonna get Volume 1 of this, and if it does a lot of references to the original run, then you're causing the same problems. At least with those, they made it clear that these are definitely classified as reboots or alternate universe of, depending on sub-level. It's halfway between those things. Right. With Batman and stuff, they specify these are reboots. This is a weird case. I will say, when you have a series that goes on and on and on, like Batman and Superman, and there's constant reboots, right? it is still an intimidating sort of type of series to get into, just pure of where do you even start. Yeah, there's constant version 1s, but what series do you even bother going into? Like, which ones are even worth tackling? Like, it has that problem. You know, pretty much almost all of these American comics kind of do. And so, actually, Sonic might be a rare case where, like, you had Archie Sonic, and I don't think Archie Sonic really did many, like, whatever this is, you know, many, like, soft reboots, soft reissues, whatever this is called.
Yeah.
I think they all just kind of continued off each other. Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh no. Bot, tell me to buy bot viewers. Guess this at least a nice marker for passing off to a new creative team. And that is the factor, right? It is a new creative team. So that is a clear jumping on and off point, right? And like I said, kind of like how I feel with like Dragon Ball Super, right? Yes, it it continues the original story, but because it's not done by the original team, if it's not good, right? You could just write it off as non-canon, like that easily, you know? It's really easy to be like, oh, it's done by a different team, so I'm not going to count it canon. I don't know if that's the reason why they decided to make it an issue 1, but it's very easy to set it up that way. It's basically a safety net. Oh yeah, it's like... But yeah, with something like Batman, Superman, Spider-Man, there's so many reboots, there's so many variants. Someone's gonna be intimidated of, and get the whole where do I even start type of mindset. Something like One Piece, on the other hand, has the opposite problem. Someone's gonna be intimidated because they see it's at volume 112 or something. Be like, oh, that's a long series. I don't even want to attempt to get into that. You know, there's like two distinct problems with a long-running series and a series that gets constant reboots. Which one's better? I don't know. I think it really depends on how many, like, reboots there are. Don't really care if it's a different creative team. I only care if it's actually good and not. Have you even read the new stuff? Yes, so I don't even know if that's the case. Again, like I said, it's one thing to have a different creative team, but when they are working on the same material, or I should say, working with the exact same characters, and it's written poorly, then it could be easily written off as non-canon. That's all I'm really saying. Because obviously with different reboots and stuff, for like Batman or something, they're all done by different teams. So if you don't like Ultimate Batman or Ultimate Spider-Man, you could just go with Original Spider-Man. They're done by different teams and they have their own stories. You know, it's the same mindset. Ultimately, is it good? That's ultimately the factor. All I'm saying is, if it's bad, it's an easy way to write it off as non-canon. At least in the fan base perspective. That's all I'm saying. But in Sonic's case, I think there's really just two different variants. You got the IDW version, and you got the Archie version. So, I don't think Sonic has the problem of constant reboots. Funnily enough. Although, now that I'm thinking about it a little bit more, you do have stuff like, I think there's like a Sonic Boom set of comics. So that might cause a little confusion. But the designs are different enough to where you could probably easily figure it out. Something like that. Whether or not it continues on with the original series or not, sort of thing. Okay, let's go get Wimpod. And it has to be Wimpod. I already got the final form. Hey, there's two major pros to both approaches. Sure. There's pros and cons to everything. With a lot of different universes, it leads to them printing ideas you can't do in the main series. While with long learning series, you get more focused storyline. Right. And the cons for them are, with the constant reboots, you get the constant con of where do you even start. But with long-running stories, like One Piece is a great example. With long-running stories, you get the intimidation of, that's a lot of volumes. I don't think I want to put time in that. That's scary. Piles of sludge, floatable balls. Nothing about catching. It's like different pros and different cons. But again, I think Sonic's a weird case where it only rebooted like once. So it doesn't necessarily have the reboot problem where if someone were to ask, hey, where do I begin? Which version of Sonic do I get? Well, because there's only two options, it's easy to say which one to what someone could tell them to get, you know, right? And I don't remember if Sonic does, like, basically what this does with the whole, refresh sort of thing. Okay, good, I got one. Good. So, it's very easy to keep track of an ongoing story. At least I think. But if I were to look at, like, a different example, let's go with manga for a second. Gundam is a long-running series. It started in the 70s. However, while they don't necessarily do reboots, they will jump far into the future for, like, a new storyline. With new Gundams, and sometimes with a different feel. I think some of them are alternate universes, but, like, they're so separated enough to where you could probably just kind of pick a set and be like, yeah, they all kind of connect, but they're separate enough to kind of just pick where you want to start with. Actually, JoJo's another example of that. Yeah, all of JoJo connects to each other. Well, until you get to part 7 where they did a reboot. But I'm pretty sure 7, 8, and 9 are connected to each other. Pokeball. Trying to find it. But because they do jumps, they do time skips basically all the time with a new set of characters. Maybe some connections to the previous one. And the genre changes too. So I think because of all that combined, JoJo is easily one where you can... It's a long-running series, but you can just pick a different part. Pick what part you like, and it's separate enough where you could just kind of just pick what you like. I think something like JoJo or even Gundam kind of do the best of both worlds sort of thing. Because like JoJo, like when I look at part 3 only has like 10 of these, well, it only has 10 volumes. At least in America with these, the 2013, like, reprint ones, where they compiled, like, they basically did 2-in-1s, right? But that was 10 volumes, and I think that's the longest so far. Although I think part 7 is a longer one, but we're still kind of working on that one. Because I know part 4 and 5 are 9 volumes. I believe part 6 is also 9 volumes. So, like, when you look at each individual part with JoJo, they're separate enough to where you see multiple volume 1s, and you see, oh, to get this complete set, it's only 9 volumes, that's not that bad. And yeah, sure, they connect to all each other, but they're separate enough to where you can enjoy part 5 by itself without reading any of the other parts. You'll miss a couple things, sure, but... yeah. I think something like that is probably a good way to handle, like, constant reboots and an ongoing story at the same time. Whether it's JoJo or the Gundam idea, where it's just different pro tag a couple hundred years later, sort of thing. Is there another Pokemon I wanted to get? Oh no, I already got that poison type. I need to make more donuts. I don't really want to use these, because I know I'm going to need to save them for Rayquaza. Like, I think Koba and back is kind of where I want to... Well, no, I might need Koba for the 95 spicy. This is the annoying part. I kind of wish I could just buy a bunch of these berries. Pretty sure the whole reason JoJo does that is because the creator didn't want to get bored with writing the exact same characters each time. Yeah, and that makes sense. And sometimes when a story kind of has a natural conclusion, like, when you kind of force it to continue, it gets worse, you know? Like, let's be honest. He could have easily continued part 1, where Jonathan takes his vacation in America. He could have easily continued the plot, but no. He had Dio come back, and he killed them both off at sea. And then he just like, oh no, okay, we're gonna jump 50 years with his grandson as the pro tag. There's Swampert, but I have a couple Marsh Stomps, so I'm good there. I can evolve it. Oh, I could just straight up catch a Cleavor. I'm going there. It's also a 4-star. Which, respect massively, honestly, it keeps the series super fresh, even when playing with similar ideas. Right. And it really, JoJo really helps in the fact that each part is kind of a different genre altogether. It really helps. Like, part 1 is basically Dracula. Hell, I didn't even notice that when I started reading Bram Stoker's Dracula, I didn't even know one of the characters' names was Jonathan. It's like, oh my god. Like, really? Catch windows, sparkling eyes. And then when you get to part 2, it's kind of an Indiana Jones type of story. You know, they're all, like, a bunch of different groups are chasing after some sort of treasure, traveling, not around, actually around the world. Because Joseph starts in America. And then part 3 is around the world in 80 days. Like, it's that story. But instead of around the world, it's get to Egypt in 50 days. Part 4 is small town mysteries, kind of like Twin Peaks is a common example. Then you got gangster film, Prison Break. You know, like, you get different types of stories as you, with different parts. No luck. So I think that helps JoJo keep everything fresh. And again, if you don't like a part, okay, you can't necessarily call it non-canon, but you can almost skip a part. Oh, no, that's not even true. But you know what I mean. There's more ciphers. Maybe there's a Cleavor over there. JoJo's pretty good. I mean, yes, ultimately, JoJo is it's a pretty good series. Get the ball. Nope. Dang it. I need to use the catch window, so I need to just catch something. But yeah, using JoJo as the example of solving both problems of long-running series and constant reboots. That sort of format really, kind of solves both problems, more or less. Sparkly thing. Don't know if I'll get gold. Hell, I won't get Cleavor. I'm already positive I'm not getting Cleavor. So I kind of want gold, and that's about it. Get to the roof. I do have all the Blu-rays for JoJo now. Up until whenever Part 7 comes out, which, you know, Netflix is doing the first batch in March of Part 7. Granted, as much as I am excited for Part 7, Netflix is going to ruin it. And I don't mean, like, they're gonna change things. I mean, with their batch releases, they're already gonna ruin it. Because here's what's gonna happen to JoJo Part 7, like, the first batch. People are hyped right now. It's gonna come out, and people are gonna talk about it for a week tops. And then forget about it. And move on to the next thing. That is what's gonna happen. That's what happened with Part 6. And it's gonna ruin Part 7 because of it. They're actually doing normal releases because everyone hated that with Part 6. So, I don't think so. I watched the trailer. It said something about first batch. Unless it's like a first batch, but they're still going to release it weekly, then sure. But I'm pretty sure it said something about first batch. But yeah, that's what it ruined Part 6. People talked about Part 6 for about a week. They talked about Part 6 for about a week and then just moved on to the next thing. Like, no one really talked about Part 6. The more and more as I, like, get older and look at different shows, the more I realize that I really don't like batch releases. I don't have Wigglytuff, but I have a few Jigglypuffs, so I'm good there. Okay, it's gonna have to put me on lurk for a bit. Do what you have to do, Tyler. You know what? Let me see if I can find something like that. Netflix. Is it a weekly release? Because now that I think about it, I think some other Netflix anime has been weekly releases. Like, it gets added weekly. I think that's just the evolution. So I don't have to get that one. There's plenty of other Pokemon I need. There's no official confirmation regarding the release schedule of Part 7 still while run. Yeah, apparently we don't know yet. Igglybuff? I do need Igglybuff. More Peko, I need more, actually. I only need, like, one more Peko. Good. I think that's the final form of Gen 8 Bird. So I don't need that. We are going here, though. They're kind of the same thing. Catch fairies, use catch windows. That is not who I targeted. There, get the points. Catch a fairy. Floating Pokeballs. There we go. Fine, earthquake it. Oh, you bastard. Catch both just in case. Got it. I know you don't evolve, so we're good there. Need a fairy. Go down here. I was gonna say that was gonna get the Pokeball. Dubious disc. Yeah, apparently to get some of these trade evolution items, you need to go to these higher rank catch Pokemon stuff, and then break floating Pokeballs, and then it's RNG. Oh no, Garchomp. Well, we got most of them. We'll take it. Still haven't run into a fairy type. Let's go there real quick. Fairies. What am I hearing? Dedenne! Done. Now to find the gold Pokeball and get out of here. Plus. That. Grab these. More Morpeko. Might as well get an Earthquake. That targeted. Might as well get the rest of them. Might be about time to go buy some TMs. There's the gold Pokeball. And I saw another regular Pokeball, so I'm gonna go grab that. Need all I can get. Here. Perfect. My dog needs to go outside, so I'll try to wrap up here in a second. Well, not wrap up. Pause. Yeah, she wants out. Floating Pokeball. That. Go here. leave. Well, what did I have, like 4,000 points? Or 24,000? We got a ways to go. There was another one. Right, Igglybuff. I could go do that. Alright. Might as well. I'm gonna leave it here. I'm gonna let Molly outside. It seems like she wants to go out. BRB. Okay, I am back. Gotta readjust this mic. Alright. Let me swap back over. Right, go in there. We're gonna get Igglybuff. What did I just... Oh, I heard Staryu. Right there. There we go. Need as many berries as possible. Need sparkly and exploding Pokeballs catch wild Pokemon. Okay. Since we're on the roof, we might as well stay up here for a little bit. Right, after this I should check for TMs. Granted, Garchomp is not the best for this. Not for this room. Maybe I should get Iron Tail back in. Or Iron Tail, whichever one I had. I know there's not many points in these, but I kind of want the Pokemon for Pokédex, or for Living Dex stuff, and we need the berries. But I'm thinking we may just have to start working on the battles to get a lot more points out of this. Pokeball, get the points. Shiny? Shiny what? Shiny what? Oh, Florges! Hell yeah! Yeah, I was a little disappointed that the only difference with the shiny Floettes is really just like their stem instead of the flower pattern. That could have been cool if it was a different flower pattern as well, but flower color. But oh well, it's just the stem. There's the golden Pokeball. Helps. Igglybuff. Really just needs one. There we go. Got it. Perfect. Because I should have 2 Jigglypuffs. Oh my god, there's so much here. Where's my Jigglies? There's Iggly. Oh, did I? I must have organized the Jigglypuffs. Well, yeah, here they are. 7. Oh, that's just where they are. Yeah, I could just evolve a Jigglypuff. I can evolve a Jigglypuff very easily, and I got 1 Igglybuff for good player. I have to make a donut after this. No, that's not what I wanted. How dare you? Alright, that should cover it. That should cover it. Grab these. And let's head out. Oh, one random shiny. That's nice. Alright. Let's go ahead and get some TMs. Try to use up the Mega Shards. Then I gotta go make some donuts. Yep, maxed out. Let's go ahead and grab Sky Attack. And I guess we'll go ahead and grab Icicle Spear. Can't teleport just yet. There we go. Let's make some donuts. Here's the thing. There's plenty of Pokemon I'm missing. So... like, that's why I'm not, like, I'm okay with not doing battles just yet. Look at this. Frickin' 340, 370, 400. So it seems like 340 through 400 is my new range for really good berries. So maybe I could go ahead and start using, like, the Kasibs back. Yeah, try to use up some of these. Okay. Really save my really good berries for Rayquaza. If I have to do more berry grinding, then I'll have to do more berry grinding. But for now, alright, we'll leave it there. Change time day. Because I missed out on the Tatsugiri. I need Indeedee. What else do I need? Well, I need to evolve one of my Charcadets. I really need to make sure to do that. And I could do a side quest based on that. But we need trading for that. What was all the ones I'm missing? Yeah, Charcadet, Feebas. Feebas and Porygon. That's what it is. Well, there's Zubat. Go get Zubat. I do need regular Meowth, I think. I have the Pokemon for that, so I don't... Well, we're going here, anyway. That's first. We're gonna go get Zubat and Golbat. I thought it's showing me Meowth, but I think that's due to... Actually, why is it showing me Meowth? Did I have it at one point? No? Not really. Also, this is gonna bother me. Where's the Mankeys? Primate. Okay, because I know Mankey's first in the list. We could literally do something like this. Kind of get it set up and ready to go. These are the two Meowths. Then these are the two Persians. I don't know where a lot of these go. 77? So 3, 4, 5. Okay. Right here. here. Igglybuff. Go here. There, and I'm missing the yellow one. Wimpod is down here. Try to help get some of these boxes organized. Figure out what I need. There's a big gap in here. I don't know why. Zangoose, I know that much. Another Mime Jr. Evolve one of these. Oh, Ground Kyogre. Let's see. Yeah, Darkrai needs to move. I know that much. Charcadex is 97. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go here. And here. Okay, where's Mudkip? 45. I think it's actually right here. Yeah. And eventually I gotta evolve one of these two. I can literally do that right now. Really, I kind of should be doing this on my own time. But the fact that it was showing me Meowth, even though I don't have regular Meowth, you know, just trying to figure out what I'm missing really helps. Okay. Oh, Farfetch'd and Surfetch'd are 7 and 8. 3, 6. Okay. Here, go here. Take these two. Put them like here, just out of the way. Kyogre. 128. There's some gaps there. Oh, Yamask and Cofagrigus. Yamask. Don't really care. Cofagrigus. That helps. I should move my shinies. Gonna put my shinies in box 32. Well, not just shinies, but that Pavilion goes there too. Because I kind of need to figure out what to do with them. And you know, they're away from everything else. Okay, more Pekko. 70. So that's the 90s. Right here. Then Kyogre. Groudon, which I need to figure out the right spots for them. These two, 100. Okay. 102. Yep, this is right. This is right. $104. 102. These are 103s. 4, that's correct. Tatsugiri, that goes with the other one. 31, 31, I think? 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 31, 31. Okay. think I could get rid of the rest of these. Okay, so 114, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. And Rayquaza's here. Rayquaza might be the last one. If not, well, there's more after. I'm gonna keep the boxes here. Okay. Now that little detour is done. Sorry. Kind of makes things easy to figure out what I'm missing when I do that. Alright, let's go after Zubat. Whoa, just getting attacked right away. That's one Zubat down. I at least want to catch two more. Unless I can get myself a gold bat. And then catch an alpha. We got the alpha. Destroy floating Pokeballs and then catch Fletchling. It's easy. So unless I can find myself a Golbat, I got all the Zubat I would want. Get them out of here. Fletchling is probably on the roof. Yes, thank you. Or, you know, just more Noah bats. An alpha Fletchling. Oh, I can't hit him with Shadow Claw. I have to just use Dragon Claw. Alpha. Alright, Gold Pokeball. Need the TMs as much as I can get. Don't need much else. Well, there's Golbat. Geez, so many alphas. I think, the donut I chose increased the alpha spawn. an alpha golden. I don't really need another Golbat. But hey, gets the Pokedex part done a little sooner. There's the gold Pokemon. Me anyway, might as well just... Okay. Let's get all that. Floating Pokeball, I better go grab that.
Lizard.
Lizard? Oh my. Hey, Crimson, and I shall hydrate here in just a moment. Gotta get rid of this Zubat. I'm in haze, so Source Dance didn't work. I shall hydrate. How's it going, Crimson? Can't say you missed too much, you know, it's the berry grind. Berry grind, point grind. Just getting Pokemon that I'm missing at the same time, you know, that sort of thing. Still working my way through. Okay, I think we'll go grab that Pokeball. And then I think we'll head out. Perfect. So if I were to, like, reorganize this just a little bit, here's the Alpha, regular Zubat, 94, so they are, I think, in here. 3, yeah, something like this. Okay, what is next? Oh, right. I think I can go grab the Meowth. Yeah. Because I need Meowth and Persian. Save that. Yeah, it says I got Meowth, but that's because I got the other one. And they're all counted as the same Pokemon. Still need a Lowland Meowth as well. Catch Flying, 3 species, floating Pokeballs. Species. 2 species and flying. was somewhere. Not sure where. I really just wanted the 2 Meowth, unless there's a random Persian in here, but I doubt it. I doubt there's going to be a random Persian. I think it's too low of a level. This is a 1-star one. I don't think there's going to be a Persian. Do that just in case. Now, I also want to get another Gimme Gal. But I don't know where they'd be. Well, you could probably get another one in hyperspace. But, you know, just haven't done the RNG to work for it. Right, I still need the gold Pokeball. Where is it? There's a regular. There's the gold. I got plenty of time. I did get that entire chain. Go grab that. Yeah, the berries aren't as good because I'm going to a low, but still. We get what we could get. Pickups. Mega shards. And I guess I'll go grab this one. Now I think we're probably good. As soon as I can teleport out of here. Alright. Again, kind of a weaker one, but hey, got Meowth done. Well, Cantonian Meowth. You go all the way. One goes there. So this needs to just get out of here. Same thing with you. You're confusing things. Other Torchics go here. Trico goes here. Alright, do I have another donut, or did I use it all up? Okay, I used it all up. More donuts! Okay, we save these. donut. Let's use most of these. There we go. There we go. 2 donuts. I believe there's no other Pokemon I really need. I mean, I can evolve some of them, so it's not a requirement. I know there's a Cryogonal here as well. There's that, there's Zangoose. Let's go get some TMs, I think. Need indeedy, that's for sure. Oh, good. Maxed out. Good. Let's get... Yeah, let's get Fisher and Sheer Cold. Well, just Fisher, anyway. Might as well get Vacuum Wave. Sure. Slowly working on these TMs. What do we got? Dragon. Go Lurk, but I can evolve. So I don't need it. Porygon, I need you. Yeah, we're going here. We are definitely going over here. I need like 3 Porygon, and then we can do the side quest. And if I'm gonna take a guess, the Porygon he gives me is probably going to be a, oh, and by the way, Sparkling Power Grass. I may try to be more specific on that one. Might as well get a shiny of some sort. But yeah, I'm thinking when he trades Porygon, it's going to be holding an upgrade. So it'll probably be a Porygon 2. Floating Pokeball, normal type, undetected. Okay, good. One's undetected. Three's undetected. Floating Pokeball. There you are! Oops, not Shadow Claw. Oh yeah, go ahead, use Thunder Shock. It's really gonna help. 2. There's a good chance we could find a Porygon 2 there. Well, there's 3 Porygons. That's what I wanted. Garchomp, come on. You're close enough. Floating Pokeballs, there's that. And we don't need Banana. So now we need Gold Pokeball. Let's see it in here. There it is. this map isn't that large. So I'm gonna see if I can get Porygon to spawn again. Maybe we can get another set, and maybe a Porygon 2. I also want to double check to see if I missed like another route. Maybe I missed a pathway. That's the exit. I don't see another route here. I want to get Porygon one more spawn. Let's see if we can find a Porygon 2. And I think Scuff... Oh no, Scuffbot's not here. We're good. Just double checking. Man, I cannot get Porygon to spawn again. I'm doing my absolute damnedest to try to get Porygon to spawn again. Honestly, if I had an Alpha Garchomp, I think the range would have worked. There's a single Porygon, 2 Porygon, that's it. Okay, let's leave. Alright, let's leave. Okay. That side quest. Right here. I think I have to give him Porygon, but it gives me his, and it probably has an upgrade. Yeah, we'll give him this one. Again, a lot of the time I don't know if it needs to be in my party or not. It's very weird sometimes. We can finally do this quest though. There, I got a Porygon. I give you my lowest level 1. I'm guessing this one is going to evolve into a Porygon 2. Oh, it looks like it's about to get smoother. Yeah, there it is. Just what I thought. There we go, Porygon 2. How do you like my little surprise? Yeah, I gave the Pokemon I sent you an upgrade to hold, which made it evolve into Porygon 2. See how smoothly rounded it is now? It's a perfect illustration of how much games change when processing power improves. Porygon 2's upgrades include AI, and it was even programmed for planetary development projects. Porygon and his line are a bit of a handful to deal with, but I still can't help but love it. Oh, and you get Tri-Attack. So, one other thing I should point out, or not point out, but I can easily see Porygon 2 get a split evolution. Oh wow, like 12. I can easily see the Porygon line get a split evolution. Because when we get Porygon Z, it's using the dubious disc. Basically, it got like some sort of virus. It's very corrupted, right? So what if it had another upgrade that's not the dubious disc? You know, Porygon 3, for example. Like, it can work. Alright, that's done. So, I have the donut with the shiny power for grass. I almost want to take advantage of that. We could go here, take advantage of... Or we can save it and potentially get a Trico. Get some shiny Trico, maybe? Yeah, let's reset the list. Again, I don't need a Lily Bob, so I don't need to go there. Could be a shiny Fungus, though, if I went that route. But I almost want to pick something that's, like, exclusively grass. Electric. Oh, there's a new quest available. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna need to step away for a second. Ooh, Chespin and Roselia. We may do that one. Oh, and there's regular Farfetch'd. Okay, I'm gonna have to spend some time here. Give me just a minute. BRB. I am back. Alright. Let me swap it over. Wait, where's my bot? Did it crash? Hold on. It did. Scuffbot's back. Okay. Let me go fix that real quick. And there we go. Alright. Is that taken? That is taken. Okay, good. Alright, got that fixed. So, I kind of want to use my Shining Power here. But I need to make sure to come here for Farfetch'd. And I need to come here for a new quest, apparently. I think this will be the fastest route. There's a decent amount of stuff here. That quest seemed to have only opened up after completing the Porygon one. Shiny, Sparkling Power, Grass, level 3. And there's a little bit of a Humongo power in there as well. I don't think that's Alpha, but, you know, that's the big one. Catch Shiny, Floating Pokeballs, Patches of Brambles. Shiny Quilladin! There we go. So we got our Shiny. Gotta do Brambles and Floating Pokeballs. Okay, now just the Floating Pokeballs. Geez, shiny Pokemon give you a lot of points. Look at that. 4,500 for that. That helps. No shiny hair that I care for, anyway. Get you out of here. Let's head up. Oh! Get that. Drop down here. Man, I got the Pokeball. Nice. I didn't think I was going to get it with that Dragon Claw. Oh my god, what happened there? We're good. We are good. We got a Quilladin, so I could get a shiny Chestnut out of that with a Mega. So that would be cool. Definitely need to make a couple donuts after this. 2 floating Pokeballs. Get them. There's one. This out. No shiny. Okay. What else do we got? Alpha Skiddo, but... Thanks, Garchomp, that wasn't the right one. Fine, Earthquake them. Get him out of here. I don't really want to deal with them. Over here. Not really. More Skiddo, none of them seem shiny. Floating Pokeball. Now for the gold. Then we get out of here. Unless I find more floating Pokeballs somewhere. We got So we got Quilladin and we got Florges. So that's cool. For shinies. I don't see shinies over there. There's the gold Pokeball. I would have heard the shiny jingle if I was that close. I keep thinking this is like Scarlet and Violet, where you actually have to look because there's no shiny jingle. Because Scarlet and Violet are lame like that. Did I go down here? No, I didn't. I saw another floating Pokeball. Right over here. Chespin, Quilladin, going shiny. Don't think there's much else left. Not really. Damn it. There we go, that's what I wanted. I don't know, part of me's doing another loop just to see if I can get another shiny. So far, no luck. I also need this. Garchomp. Come on. Try again. Alright. Now I think we're kind of good. Okay. Let's go make some donuts. No, we saved that one. It's this set here. And... yeah. Do that. Oh! I didn't use the light. Shit. Oh well. It's fine. Alright. Let's go ahead and... You know what? We'll go get Farfetch first. Then we'll go do the side quest. This way? And I don't think it's on the roof. There it is. Yep, Farfetch'd. And we only need one Farfetch'd. Item power, charging. Okay, we're fine. It doesn't really matter. Sparkling power is where I really care to use it correctly. And you know, I think Sparkling Power kind of gives you there's guaranteed a shiny on top of that as well. Catch a... why'd I go for Earthquake? Come on, go for Dragon Claw. Far-fetched. And it wants me to catch a Watchog specifically. Interesting. Garchomp. Come on. Do you think they would have gotten this fixed by now? But watch, I don't think Game Freak is gonna bother fixing this bug. Game Freak, like, only fixes problems if they're severe. Like, game-breaking types. Or if it's gonna be in, like, they'll update it with, like, the DLC or something, right? But Game Freak doesn't really do many updates. Not often. Damn it, Garchomp. Like, this is a real nuisance. It's really annoying. But I don't think Game Freak is gonna fix it. I really don't. Be angry. There's the gold. Okay, I'm not gonna bother going back up there. I don't know why I have so much trouble on that slope, specifically. There's that. Grab this. Perfect. Let's go ahead and take Farfetch'd and put him where he used to be. Which, apparently, I didn't make room for. Oops. We'll set you down here for now. I guess I need to shift around a little bit on that one. I'll fix that later. Okay. Side quest. Since we have one of these, is it on the roof? I think it's on the roof. How are we gonna get up there? Do I have to go from a different rooftop? Oh, from this. go. Totally non-intentional whatsoever. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, is there like another route from the sewer? Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, there had to be another way up here. Wait, oh, is it? Is it down here? I mean, I could double check the roof, but... Oh no, it's down here. There we go. My polygonal modeling keeps evolving. Game worlds will become whatever from the real world around us. Maybe Pokémon keeps on evolving. It could also break down the walls between the real world and the world of video games, don't you think? Here, I'll let you have this rather dubious device. You should try a link trade with a Porygon 2 that's holding that disc. Is that all that's here? It's not really a side quest, it's more of a, hey, here's a free evolutionary item. What if I talk to you again? Maybe I'm not real. Okay, well. Guess that's that. Well, okay, so a free dubious disc. Almost a waste of a donut. Almost. Yeah, I don't need that one. Don't need that one. Okay, gotta make more donuts. Again, almost a waste of a donut. And we'll make this one. And I think I can make another one using a similar berry. It was this one. Actually, I'd rather make this one. Alright, 3 donuts. Swap day to night. Still need Feebas. I have not seen Feebas yet. What do we got? I don't know if I need another one of those anyway, but... I'm not really seeing anything in this patch. do another reset. Okay, what do we got? Galarian. I do need a few more Galarian Slowpoke. I'm junior as well. I mean, I get it some other time, though. Well, there's a Alolan Persian, which I do need. I just gotta hope that it has the Alolan Meowth as well. Okay. There's a couple choices here. Yeah, I could get more Slowpoke. And I could get more... I could get Persian. Alright, we'll do that. Even if it doesn't have Meowth, we could still get Pokédex completion out of this. Get something inside over here. We're on the roof. There's a way inside, I know. I know that. Have to climb all these. Alright. No, 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 no. Dang it. Gotta do that again. There. No. We're not doing that. Okay, made it up here. Go around here. There it is. Catching power. Any shiny power? No, not really. Take what we can get. Fluid Pokemon, Wall Pokemon, 3 species of Pokemon. I think the Aggron counts. Yes, the Aggron does count. Oh, I heard it. This is the big map. Slugoo, not what I'm looking for. There's Bagon, and not what I'm looking for. Oh, it might be inside the building. Might be inside. I heard it. I heard Persian. Good. Okay, I need to move quickly. Larvitar, but not what I'm looking for. Good. That just turns... makes me go backwards. There's Aggron. Again, I know for a fact I heard Persian. Of course, it just had to be this map. Too many places to check. Not what I need. No, you know what? I need the points. I need the points. There we go. Just over 500. There's the gold Pokeball. Man, I came in here to get Persian. And I had no luck there. Kind of funny how it turned out that way. Man, it really doesn't seem like I can move that fast, get around fast enough in this map. This is the place I want to go to. Oh, of course it's blocked off. I came here for Persian, but yet I didn't even get that. Oh well. At least I got the points. Well, we'll take what we can get. Might as well get more Galarian Slowpoke. Because the base game only gave you the one. And I just never evolved mine because I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do with it. But now we can get more. So now I won't necessarily have that problem. Catch an Alpha, catch a Medicham. Floating Pokeballs. Medicham. It's not an alpha, but there it is. Perfect. Oh my god, all these things are spawning in. I could have easily been caught here again. Now for the alpha. Where are you? Check the roof again. I thought you were the alpha. think I need to check the roof. Yeah, I need to check the roof. Is there another way on this side? That'd be nice. Nope. Looks like Slowpoke on the roof. And hell, maybe the Alpha is on the roof as well. Time to head up here. There's rocks, but it's not what I need. Slowpoke! I need at least. There we go. I'm satisfied. Now, to find that Alpha. Where is it? I still haven't found the Alpha. Oh, and I missed that Pokemon. You think I would have found it by now? It's weird. Huh, that's strange. How did I miss the Alpha? Well, time to keep wandering around because I somehow missed it. None of them. There were no Pokemon in there this time, which is weird. There it is. There we go. Now for the gold Pokeball, which doesn't seem to be on this side. Oh, there's one there. Garchomp. Oh my god, Garchomp. Fine, Earthquake them. Just get in here. There it is. There's the gold. And Shadow Claw. Let's get out of here. Perfect. Now, I think I have one more donut, but I'm gonna also get TMs. Where am I going? This way. I'm probably only gonna do like one or more, just a couple more of these space-time distortions. Okay, good. Sheer Cold. And I guess we'll get Muddy Water. Let me double check. No, I don't really need spots here. Nope, I don't need Charcadet. No, I don't need any of these. Yeah, I don't need any of them. Nope. I mean, that could potentially have Tatsugiri, but I don't... I kind of wish there was a way for me to, like, cycle through. And see, like, all the Pokemon that could be in there instead of just 3 of them. I do need another one of those, but I'm not worried about that. I feel like I'm probably getting to the point where I need to just go get points, but the problem, there are Pokemon I'm missing. So I'm kind of in that kill 2 birds with 1 stone type of mentality. I do need another one of the fox. Nah. We'll wait. Do another reset. Nothing here. No. I already have Yamask, I'm good. Mr. Rhyme? I could do that instead of evolving mine. I mean, I don't need it, though. No. Again, I have 2 Mr. Mimes, I could just evolve one. Feebas, Indeedee. I know Zangoose is 1. At this point, I kind of feel like we need... Oh, Dondozo is another one. At this point, I kind of feel like I just need to take what I can get. Quillfish! I forgot about Quillfish. I forgot about Quillfish. We're going here. And there's probably regular and Hisuian Quillfish. You know, if one's here, the other one is. That way we can also get Overquill. Sparkling items, catch wild Pokemon, floating Pokemons. Start with the roof. Well, we got regular Quillfish at the very least. This was a water one, so it's probably just a Quillfish. We'll take what we can get. Sparkly stuff. Golden Pokeballs. One more catch. it's only regular fish here. Garchomp, can you, like, just go straight there? Please? Thank you. Instead of taking 3 rights to take a left. Just pointing out, we've been doing this for almost 3 hours, and I'm, like, just over halfway there, right? Maybe, like, more like 6. Oh, we're about to get 6/10. So we're almost at 60k. And we started from 0. Like, just pointing out, like, this is a little ridiculous. Granted, if I really wanted points, I would go to the battle zone ones. If I really wanted points over everything else. And we tried the Rogue Mega Battle. I just didn't have the time. I needed a better donut for more time. Hell, maybe even like Dark Power or something. Quillfish. These are regular quillfish. Don't see anything over here. There it is. Alright, let's leave. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to go for maybe 2 more. Because gathering all these points and doing berry grinding is just kind of draining. I used up all my donuts, right? Yeah. Oh, did I? Shit. Alright, hold on. It bugs me so much. Okay. These 2 out of here. Well, we got 1 Slowpoke. Where's the other one? Did only 1 catch and I didn't notice? Okay, 37. So which one do I want? Keep this one. 37. That's hilarious. Did I not catch 2 Slowpoke? Did I make a mistake? I might have. I don't see the other Slowpoke. Shit, I must have only caught 1 when I thought I caught both. Damn it. The other one must have broke out. Oh well, at least I got another one so I could get the evolutions if I want to. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna make 2 more donuts. before I swap, I'm going to double check. I don't think I need anything else here. I don't need anything else here. Button. All right, what do we got? Zangoose. I want Zangoose. Just double checking what else we got. Crobat, but I can evolve my existing one. All right. Let's go get Zangoose. Oh, it's on the roof, isn't it? Where? Oh, is it back here? It was back here. Move power, speed power, TC power, catching power, and counter power for just in general, counter power and alpha. Sure, we'll do this one, it's fine. Alright. Luckily, I only need a single Zangoose. And there they are. Catch wild Pokemon. Sparklies. Floating Pokeballs. Alright, that's way more Zangoose than I needed. Sparkly thing. Would you look at that? More Zangoose! This shot would be good. Yep. Wrong button. Sparkly. Floating. Floating Pokeball. There's the gold. That. I'll check the roof for Pokeballs. But I'm basically done here. I got what I wanted. There's a floating Pokeball there. I should go grab that. Also, the benefit of doing a lap like this is I have a chance of finding more shinies. Because why not? I set it up right here. Alphas, but I don't need them. Sangus? Okay, we're good. I'm done. I don't need to stay here. Alright, one more donut. Wait, again, gonna double check. I don't think there's anything else here that I need. No, nothing here. Crobat, again, I can just evolve. Let's find something I'm missing. Ooh, Alola Meowth. I do need that. That's regular Quillfish. Okay, so not necessarily new, but Alola Meowth. Looks like it's on the rooftop, so we'll go here. It's not new, but it's new. Alright. And sadly, it's a level 1. But I gotta take what I can get. There we go. Let's go get my Meowth. Catch a Sableye, use the catch window. Use that earthquake a little bit too soon, but okay. I hear the Meowth. Just need to. And I got my 2. Floating Pokeballs and Sableye. Excuse me. Good. just made it over 60k worth of points. Ugh. I mean, we got a lot done, but at the same time, it really doesn't feel like we got that much. I mean, definitely would have done this last week, but, you know, Christmas and all that. It is what it is. Try to get as many floating Pokeballs as I possibly can before leaving. Did we get the gold already? I think we did, right? No, we didn't get the gold. There it is. Yes, Garchomp, just fly over there. Now we got the Alright. I think I'm done. Alright, I think that covers that for now. Just made it to 60k. And now I know for a fact I need to make more donuts. Let me take a look at these boxes now. Where's the 2 Meowth? Oh, Zangoose. I'll just grab one, I don't really care. Sure. 106. There's that. That's my junior. Oh, there's the other Slowpoke. You go way over here. There we go. Okay, next up. We already got the Quillfish. Colding goes at the very end. There we go. 2 Meowths. Sit there for a second. Persian, Meowth, there we go. So, we got a decent amount done. Again, this Farfetch needs to go up here, so I need to rearrange just ever so slightly. There's a bunch here, Torchic and Trico mainly. There's a good chunk of them. Actually, these are the other Quillfish and Quilladin, or Overquill, my bad. We need Throw. Jeez. And then some first evolutions. I think all these ones even in between Heatran and Darkrai are legendaries. And then Rayquaza's here. Other than that, I think we're good. You know what? Let's look up the Pokedex. So Annihilate, Persian, Porygon Z. There, at least keep it consistent. Oh, Rotom! I need Rotom! Haven't seen one yet. Need the other Tatsugiri. Dodonzo. I still haven't found these 3. Another Goldango. There's 3 in here. I don't know what they are. Again, I think this is Overquill, because this one, the other Quillfish is going to be in here, see? It's going to be like that. Then Trico's here.
Feebas is right here. I still don't know what's after Chimecho, actually. Throw... Cleavor. Oh, I see. Too bad I didn't catch it. I basically have to evolve it. Or trade evolution. Golork. Wigglytuff. Luckily, well, these I could just evolve. Do I not have both of these? You know what? Maybe I don't. No, maybe I just have you. I don't know. Evolve the Crobat. I gotta get both the Charcadets, or at the very least just the one. Mabosif, which I can evolve. Shroodle, I can evolve. Mr. Rhyme, I can evolve. So there aren't many Pokemon I'm directly missing. You know what? Are these Latios and They're Latios and Latias. Because of the Mega Forms. Okay. That's something. That's something. That's a decent amount done. But I am going to call it here. Thanks for everyone who showed up. I am doing these streams Monday through Friday at noon Pacific time. If you want to see the old streams that are not on Twitch anymore, they're on YouTube at ScottBot64 Stream Archives. There's a link in the About page. Tomorrow, more of this. Hopefully we'll get Rayquaza at the very least. I may do more berry grinding, point grinding on my own time. Maybe I'll evolve some Pokemon. I especially need to evolve Charcadet for sure. I may try to get some of that done on my own time. We'll see. Anyway, have a good day. Later.